Hello, Jen here, and in this video I'll be sharing about the third level of spiritual consciousness, or the third level of responsibility, and techniques you can use to begin to raise your frequency to step into this higher level of consciousness and create more of what you're called to create in your life. And so if you haven't watched the previous videos, be sure to go back and do that, especially if you're not sure what I'm talking about. Watch the very first video, because I break down what these frequencies of spiritual consciousness are, why they are important to stepping into your higher calling, creating what you want in your life, and moving out of a state of victim. If you're feeling stuck or stagnant in a certain area of your life, here's how you begin to move through that. These are fundamental truths. These are spiritual laws, and they're essential to help you rise above whatever areas of stuckness or challenge that you may be experiencing in a certain area of your life. So go back and watch that, and watch the other videos that speak to the first two levels. So now we're on level 3, and we're really beginning to rise up in levels of responsibility, really accepting responsibility for our life, knowing that we are the co-creator of our life. Everything that's showing up in our life, we create. Sometimes that's a difficult thing to really believe or accept, especially when things aren't going the way we want in our life. It feels easier to blame something or make excuses, but when we do that, we're just going to stay stuck in the same situation. So really stepping into a higher level of responsibility and raising our frequency of consciousness is what's going to move the needle forward and move us out of that state of stuckness. So this third level is called vessel or channel. And when we're living in this state, we're living in a way that life is happening through me. Life is happening through me. I am a vessel. I am a channel through which God speaks, through which God works, through which the divine flows, right? And so the internal narrative here is that it's not I, it's God or source or the divine that does the work. So if you watch the last video on law, there was this idea of control. I control my thoughts, I control my life. And the opportunity there was to give up and release this idea of control. And when we do that, we move into vessel and recognize that I am a vessel, I'm a channel. God is speaking, working, acting, moving through me. Okay? And so this is a very feminine energy. So we're rising into a state of flow, of being in the zone, and there's an ease to this. It's less rigid, it's less controlling, right? And more flow, okay? And acceptance and surrender. It's ultimately a state of surrender. And so here, again, we're recognizing that we're a channel. We're a vessel for the divine to flow through. And some of the growth practices to really support you in this level are visioning, meditation, cultivating a mindset of openness, right? So again, releasing that control, being open to what wants to come through, being receptive to what wants to come through, and affirmative prayer. All right, so this is where breathwork is powerful at all these levels. It's ultimately going to help move you and shift you out of victim into law, into vessel, and beyond through breathwork. It's an incredible tool that encompasses so many of these different growth practices that I've been speaking to in these different videos. So in this one, visioning and meditation. So with the breath work, we're doing both of those. We're doing visioning practices We're implementing meditation through the breath work. Breath work in and of itself is a very deep state of meditation, right? And we're shifting our mindset. We're creating a mindset of openness and receptivity. And so that's why breath work can be such a powerful tool and a powerful practice to use in moving up and through all these different levels of consciousness, okay? And affirmative prayer ultimately is prayer with affirmations, right? We are speaking truth. We're affirming this higher truth for our lives. And so using these tools is really, really supportive in moving you into that channel state of consciousness, right? So I encourage you to use the breath work, to practice the breath work. So I have an online program called Sacred Breath Journey. I've mentioned it in some of the other videos, but in that one I have a variety of downloadable audio breathwork meditations, and one of them is specifically like a soul visioning breathwork meditation that I would highly encourage you to try out. All of the others are great too because they all raise your frequency. There's breathwork sessions with the intention of gratitude. There's healing breathwork sessions. There's relaxation ones. There's forgiveness ones. There's visioning, creating a vision, a life vision, a soul vision, and really like feeling into that. In and of itself is going to really raise your state, raise your frequency. There's worthiness. There's one on worthiness. So again, stepping into a state of feeling worthy and deserving, to create a life of abundance, right? And so there's so many great breathwork meditations in there that are going to help you on this journey of raising your frequency of spiritual consciousness. So I encourage you to check that out. And also grab my free guided breathwork meditation if you haven't yet at the link below, because that is going to really support you in climbing, stepping into those higher levels of responsibility for your life. You're able to use these breathwork sessions to really focus on a specific area of your life, or if you want to kind of think of it as your entire livelihood, that's great too. But really stepping into the state of, co-creator for your life, and you are one with the divine, and the divine is infinite and abundant and limitless and loving, right? And powerful and expansive, and so are you. Okay? And so begin to incorporate the breath work. Grab the free breathwork meditation at the link below. Check out the Sacred Breath Journey online program. And if you have any questions at all or interested in private coaching, reach out to me. I'm happy to support you however I can. But this is a great way to get started. And you'll begin to notice, if you do this consistently, your internal state begins to change. You begin to elevate your state. And as you're consistent, as you continue the practice, you'll notice the world around you starts to change as well. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video as we speak to the 4th frequency of spiritual consciousness. All right, bye.